So we're just really jazzed about this. And I'll make my intro quick. We've got a lot of great content, but I've been a coach with Beachbody for 2 years now. I'm coming up on my, did I just hit my 2 year? I think I did. And this company, you guys, I got to let you know, is just remarkably focused and love in company. It comes to obesity, and when it comes to a lack of health and fitness, and when it comes to needing help, people need help. And I didn't realize when I first joined that I would want to be a part of a community that would also want to help. I didn't know that. And it is just such an honor to me that I made that discovery for myself while I was on my own journey, that that I'm passionate about this. And I'm just really hoping that this is something that you learn to become passionate about, or if you are already passionate about it, something that you learn to really grow on and bank on and start to build a team. It's really just such a rewarding environment. This is really about how can we help hold people's hands through their journey, no matter where they're starting. You'll meet plenty of women today that came into Beachbody already fitness people. I came into Beachbody not a fitness person. So we're all coming into this from different places. And that is the beauty of coaching, is that it does not matter where you are or how far along you think you are or are not. This can be for you if you're passionate about loving people, helping people, and getting people to their goals. So coming up, we've got my coach, Lindsay Kaufman, the reason why I'm here, the person who brought me on board on this crazy train. And so I wish I had a drum for a drum roll. I am in a performing arts studio right now, so you would think I would have a drum. Ding! I'm handing it over to Lindsay Kaufman. She's going to tell you what we do as coaches. Thank you guys for being here. Take it away, Lindsay.
And let me tell you, this girl is like a light that has come into my life once again. So I love you, girl. So my name is Lindsay Kaufman. I'm a coach, and I'm coming up, I think I just hit my 2.5 year mark, which seems crazy. So just a little bit about kind of where I come from, where I started and where I am. I came into Beachbody as a challenger, as a someone who needed change, big change, not just physically, but mentally. I needed change. And I found my coach on Facebook. She was an old friend from high school, and she was like radiating happiness, guys, like you would not believe. And that's what attracted me to her. It wasn't a picture of a transformation. It wasn't even a picture of her body. It was a picture of her face. I'll never forget it. Like with this beautiful background of the ocean. I have no idea where she was, but it was gorgeous. And I said, oh my goodness, I want that. I want to be happy like that. And I reached out to her. And so she told me what she was doing, and she said, girl, I'm working out. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But I trusted her, and she really, she invested in me. She took me under her wing, and she loved on me, and she encouraged me every day. And she got my butt to work out every day. And I was hooked. It was like this group of people that I was surrounded by that I never, ever, ever knew that I needed, because I was never a group person. I was always the lonely one, sort of in the background. And so I didn't know that I needed it, but I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that's what got me. And so I remember telling her, okay, so how do we do this again? Because I can't not do this. So that was sort of the beginning. I did sign up as a coach right away, like some of us, for the discount, because, you know, mama likes to save some money. And I don't know, I just fell in love with the structure and with the community, which again, guys, I never thought I needed anybody else but me, because I'm a pretty strong-willed girl. But I finally found people who understood my strengths. They understood my weaknesses. And even if they didn't, they were going to be there to support. So anyway, I'm going to start talking a little bit about what we do as coaches, because I could probably go on about my story for a lot longer. So what we do every day, I'll just kind of go through what I do every day. I get up, I get my kids to school, and I work out. I come home and I work out. I started with the 21-day fix, which was a nice little 30-minute program. I'm now doing something a little more intense. It's about an hour, so it's definitely, it's tough, but, and I curse through it, but I'm doing it every day because that's what I'm telling my people to do every day. So I am kind of, I'm that proof of the product, right? I'm drinking my Shakeology every single day. It took me a minute to kind of get used to the shakes because I was never really a shake person. So I really had to find that perfect recipe. But it's funny because I'm like that super salty girl. I love chips, like salt and vinegar chips are my jam. Like if they're around me, they're in my belly, so they can't be around me. But it's helped me. It's helped me to at least say no because I can just go make my shake, drink it up, and I'm good. And it also helped a lot in the bathroom department for you mamas out there. Who may have had some trouble, drink your shakes and you're good, I promise. So those are my two number one things that I do every single day. I get my workouts in and I drink my Shakeology. And then, so along with, remember how I said that my coach looked really, really happy? So she kind of said, Linz, you should read this book. And I was like, I'll read a book too? Like, what? I mean, I love reading, but I'm like a contemporary lit girl. Like I like that kind of stuff. And she's telling me, you need to read something that helps you every day to put you in a better mindset. And I'm like, man, she wants me to read self-help. God. And so I was like, all right. I mean, I put it off for a while. I did. But when I finally said, okay, I'm going to do it, I did it. I started reading, and now I read, and I don't read as much. I listen to my personal development. So personal development all the time, self-help, guys, it's amazing. What it's done for me, I can now honestly say that I would rather pick up the phone and call you than leave you a text or meet you in person than an email. Or I was always that girl who would avoid personal contact at all times. And I'm not that person anymore. I still get nervous, don't get me wrong, but it's easier. I'm more open, and that's a big, big, big deal. So self-help, personal development has kind of changed my life and will continue to. And now when I talk to people, I'm like, have you checked out this book? Because what you're telling me you're going through, I'm telling you this could help you. So that's another little element into just being, an overall happier, healthier person. Then I talk to people every day. This is something that I believe in wholeheartedly. I never in a million years thought that by working out and by, eating right, that I was going to feel this good. And I do. And it's crazy because now if I splurge on those damn salt and vinegar chips, I feel like crap. But then when I start to feel really good because I'm fueling my body right, I'm like, guys, you got to do this with me. So you're going to feel so good. And, so I'm loving inviting people to join me because I know what it's done for me. And I'm so, especially moms, moms are my soft spot because I struggle as a mom and I see other people struggle as moms. So I'm like, guys, I'm telling you, if we do it together, it's amazing. So, so I invite you to join me. And then this is my favorite part, one of my favorite parts. We love on each other. Guys, we are like one big team, and we're more than a team, we're a family, and we're friends. And a couple of us kind of joke about the fact that we really didn't have girlfriends growing up. We were mostly not really one of the guys, but we did better with the guys. And I can wholeheartedly say these girls on here and so many more that aren't on here, we're friends. I have goosebumps, we're friends. And that's a big deal. So every day we shout out who's doing amazing today. Allie is teaching this amazing country heat dance workout. It's amazing. She's teaching it now. So we get to, I know, I'm so proud of you. But and that's a word I could never say. I always had a hard time telling someone I was proud of them. I had a hard time telling someone that she was beautiful. I had a hard time, if I loved this girl's shoes, the look on my face would probably be of disgust, even though I was like, oh my God, I love those shoes. But now I'll just go up to someone and be like, girl, I love your shoes. Where'd you get them? So it's kind of a big deal. But, we recognize people every single day. We celebrate their accomplishments. We lift them up if they're not feeling the best. That's a pretty special thing to be able to do every day. So that is a day in the life of me, a Beachbody coach, and I do it all on my own time. I do it in between my kids. I work out in between my kids and my couch. I am sitting here in my kitchen, drinking my coffee, working, and it's pretty amazing. So in a nutshell, that's what we do, guys. And I can't tell you how amazing it feels to give back and to be able to give people compliments and to be able to make people smile and to feel good. So there's really nothing better. So I'm pretty lucky. I feel like a pretty lucky girl. I'm like looking at all your faces right now and I want to cry. But I'm just really happy. I'm really happy, you guys. So that is what I do. And so now I'm going to pass it along to one of my newer coaches. Her name is also Lindsay Rambo. She's a pretty amazing mama with a lot of heart and a lot of determination. And she motivates me every single day because she's the first one up and the first one working out and the first one posting. And so I'm always like, gosh, all right, she can do it, so can I. So Lindsay is gonna tell you guys about her journey as a new coach. Take it away, girl.
Okay. My name is Lindsay Rambo, and as Lindsay said, I started coaching about 3.5 months ago, but my Beachbody journey kind of started about 3.5 years ago after I had my youngest son, and I have 2 sons. So I had my youngest son, and I used to be like in the gym all the time. Health and fitness has always been my passion. I went to school for that. I graduated with a bachelor's in health and phys ed. So it's just always been my thing. But after I had kids, I realized I can't go to the gym anymore for the length of time I like to. So I wanted to kind of find something that I could do at home and be more convenient and quick and kind of get it out of the way, but not have to completely give up something that I, am very, very much in love with. So basically, while I was pregnant with my youngest son, I had seen an infomercial for Insanity. And I was like, oh my goodness. And here I am, I'm like 45 pounds, like pregnant, overweight, having a baby and stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to do that when I'm done having a baby. So, I remembered it, and when I got feeling better and stuff after having our second son, I bought Insanity, put out the $100 and some at the time for Insanity, and I was very nervous about it because I have to mention I also have a vision disability, retinal degeneration, which prevents me from driving, and also I don't have any peripheral vision or vision up or below. I kind of can see stuff right in front of me, but my vision is very bad. I'm legally blind. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep up with Insanity. But I did, and I loved it. And I went through the whole program, and I just loved the whole idea of staying at home and exercising and getting a workout in and still being at home with my kids. So I kind of got into some other things after the Beachbody, after the Insanity experience. I still loved Insanity, but I went to some other trainers and stuff, and kind of fell into a slump just recently back in the spring, where I just wasn't motivated anymore. And I'm a very motivated person and determined person, and I just really went through something that I was just kind of depressed, and I had no reason to be depressed. I'm very grateful and very blessed in my life, but I just went through something that I was not motivated. So I started thinking back to a time when I was very motivated and very much like, I'm going to do whatever and I can do whatever. And I thought about Insanity. And meanwhile, I'm seeing posts from this girl, Lindsay Kaufman, on Facebook, who we share a mutual friend. And I was like, man, this girl, she's awesome. I got to get in touch with her. And she had put some post up, and I sent her a message, and we kind of hit it off right away. And as far as the coaching thing went, I really, I wasn't sure what I wanted out of it as far as that goes, other than, the discount at the time. but she really inspired me to go for it, and kind of showed me the ropes for trying to talk to people and kind of go out of my shell and do these like live videos and stuff, which I would have never dreamed of being on a live video. I would have, I'm still nervous about it. My voice is all shaky and everything. So, but yeah, so, my coach, Lindsay, kind of inspired me she did inspire me to go out of my shell, go out of my comfort zone, and, try something new and share what I'm doing, because I exercise every day. But I would just exercise for me. I didn't really exercise and people about it. And sometimes I would post a picture of, food or a healthy recipe, because I, have tried to eat healthy for years now. But I was kind of keeping it all to myself. But being a part of the challenge groups and, kind of having people to connect with about it, which I never would have dreamed I would be a part of, has made this experience really great. I mean, I look forward to seeing what people are posting each day and chatting with everyone each day. And it's just been an amazing experience for me. And I love the workouts that I'm doing with the Beachbody On Demand, and being able to do them at home and everything. And I even recently started training for my first half marathon. And that is something like I hadn't ran since before I got pregnant with my first son, who was turning 6 in October. So I really haven't ran. Like, I've done cardio workouts, but I haven't like gone out for a run. And I'm running distances that I never would have dreamed that I would run. And, it's all because of this, all because of the decision to try something new, which I was very hesitant to do. I mean, I tried talking myself out of it, but again, my coach, Lindsay, she was very confident in me and saw something that I didn't see. And I'm thankful for that, because, I'm on this new path that I didn't realize I would be on. And I'm just very grateful, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the friends that I've met through this and the other coaches. And I just have to say, there's amazing group of women here, and I just recommend anyone who's feeling lost or just needs a change or a breath of fresh air. I mean, this is where you're going to get it. And that's kind of where I am right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving the people. I'm loving the community. And I don't know where everything's going to take me, but I know that I'm really heading in a good direction. Thankful for this opportunity.
Great. So this is all great, right? We inspire people to live these happy, healthy, fulfilling lives. But how do we actually do that and make money, right? Sometimes, I want to give you an analogy here. Sometimes when people start getting something in return for something they love, they feel a little weird about it. But here's the way I think about this business opportunity. Before I share with you about my own personal journey and then why I've chosen to take this path, I want to tell each and every one of you that if you were to come to my house or to my hometown, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm either going to take you out to my absolute favorite restaurant because it's the best, and I want to share that experience with you. Or I'm going to cook you my absolute favorite meal, not my easy go-to meal. My actual easy go-to meal is my favorite meal. And there are a number of women on this call right now who I have already shared that with, because I'm so proud of it. It's doable, it's simple, and it's amazing, just like the restaurant that I go to. So for any moment when you are thinking about, I'm not sure if I can, produce sales. I don't know if, like, I love health and fitness, but, what are people going to think about me when I'm trying to give them a product? You know what? Never in my mind do I ever feel as I am trying to get someone to do something or sell them a product, because I am sharing an experience with them that I absolutely love. And how do you feel when you go to a restaurant
and you bring all of your friends and family, and everything has been amazing, and you've spent all of this money, and then the restaurant owner comes by at the end of the night and he says, dessert is on the house. Do you turn it down? No. You graciously receive it with open arms. You say thank you. You may not want it, but somebody at the table is going to want it, right? And so that is exactly what this business is like. It is taking something that you are so passionate and a little bit obsessed, because I believe in being obsessed with your passions, and sharing it with people that you love. Because and also there may be people that you're going to share this with as well that you don't love because you don't know them yet, right? But if you don't ask people if they want this business opportunity or if they want a health and fitness solution, you'll never, ever know. And in return, you are rewarded for those efforts in helping people achieve happy and fulfilling lives, whether through a health journey or a business. And so that, in a nutshell, is how we earn. I receive a reward in many different ways from Team Beachbody, or I should say we are Team Beachbody, and Beachbody is the corporation. They are showing their gratitude towards all of us coaches who have come together and have just promoted their products, because we are a product of the product. We use them. We share them with enthusiasm, with love, with passion, with obsession, because we know that they work. We feel amazing because of all of the superfoods that are in Shakeology. They are the missing links to what we get in our day-to-day nutrition. So I'm going to rewind a little moment about how I got started in my journey. I'm a corporate woman. I started the beginning of my career in medicine. I moved into medical education, and then I moved into the corporate section of medical education. And so, with that transition of pouring my entire life into my career, constantly looking for fulfillment in bettering myself in my career, I started losing my identity. I started not paying attention to me, giving so much of my time into trying to succeed in something that I didn't even know what I was looking for. And so I needed to dial it back. I was tired. I was cranky. I was smiling on the outside, and people would say to me all the time, "What are you working out for? You already look good." But you want to know something? I was overweight. I was at my highest weight that I had ever been non-pregnant. And that wasn't normal for me. It's okay that people tell you, you're beautiful, you look fine. But if you're not really believing that on the inside yourself, you are the only person who can take responsibility for that. And it really did take my husband and where our relationship was in our life to say, it's time for you to wake up. You need to do something for yourself. You need to do this. This is what I'm doing. I had no idea my husband was already a Beachbody coach. I had no idea. But he shared it with me. He shared it with me because he loved me. And that makes me really happy because it absolutely changed my life. I got mad at him first for telling me that I needed to work on myself, because in my mind, I was already working my butt off, but I wasn't filling my own cup. So I needed to take 30 minutes a day and work on myself. I didn't worry about my fitness. I didn't worry about my skinny jeans. I didn't worry about anything else other than those 30 minutes and fueling my body with something that he told me was going to give me energy. Now, I've never been a shake girl, but I lived off of Advil. Go figure, right? Because I lived in physical pain. That's a whole nother story. I lived in physical pain due to injuries, and I can go on and on and on about that. But he told me that this was going to help me. So what does a medical professional do? they start reading the ingredients and seeing like, okay, well, what is all of this stuff? And so I did. I educated myself. I learned about the products. I learned about the ingredients. And I said, well, I got nothing to lose but my investment on what I made in this. And if I don't like it, I'm going to return it and get a bottom of the bag refund. I mean, what's the big deal, right? If you don't try, you don't know. You have to give it your all, though. You have to go ahead and, sign up for a discount, just like most of us on this call did. And then people are going to notice. So how did we earn? We earned because people noticed. People started asking me what I was doing because they noticed my weight loss journey. They noticed my enthusiasm. They noticed that I was feeling better. And I was so proud and happy to share it with them. And so I did. Next thing you know, I got a $30 check in the mail. I didn't know that was going to happen. I had no idea. I got a $30 check in the mail from Beachbody because they said, thank you for sharing this with somebody else on their health and fitness journey. So through consistent habits over the past 3 years, I have been a Beachbody coach now for 3 years. This is actually my 3-year anniversary. And we are going live and sharing it with all of you who are listening today. I'm a proud and passionate and obsessed Beachbody coach. This is what I want to be when I grow up and I'm 40 years old. And I will. I have built a career for 20 years, but the way we have built this community, through consistent habits, the way that we have built this team and community of people who love what they do every single day has rewarded our family in ways that we didn't have a plan A for. My husband and I got married very young, and now we have 2 kids in college. A lot of times people ask me, well, why haven't you left your corporate career if, you're doing so well with Beachbody? Well, it's because I have 2 kids in college and I have very big goals. But you want to know something? When I grow up, I will be a full-time Beachbody coach. And for me, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like doing something that you are so incredibly excited to do and share every single day. And it's an honor and it's a joy. We've been on trips that we never imagined we would be on. We've met people that we never imagined we'd meet. We've had opportunities to do workouts with, super trainers that we never imagined working out live with Shaun T and him dripping sweat next to us. We never imagined that. And not that that was something that we ever wanted, but they were opportunities that were given to us. And so now we are here to share with you that the opportunity is limitless, and it's all based off of the amount of work that you choose to put into it, because Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income without the direct effort that you put into this. So the more you talk about it, the more you share it, the more people you generally invite to the opportunity and a fitness solution, that is going to build an amazing business, an amazing community, and something that you are going to be so incredibly proud to do. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, actually, I think we're going to hopefully do questions at the end, but I am going to pass this along to Gina, who is my success partner. So again, Gina and I met through this. We did not know each other before Beachbody. She's not only my success partner, she's my go-to girl every single day. We do not live in the same state, but I can tell you, we don't just talk once a day. We oftentimes talk 2, 3, many times a day. And I'm so honored to have her here, share with all of you how we get started and how simple it truly is. And it all comes down to one decision, and that's you saying yes and giving it a try. So take it away, Gina.
Okay, I just have to say, I almost cried 3 times on this call. I don't know. It's seeing all of you and hearing the stories. It's just, to the outsider, they might be, okay, this is a little corny, but I'm telling you, the vibe and the positivity and the love is amazing. So hopefully I don't cry during this. But okay, so you want to know how you get started. You heard everyone's story, right? They have a story that they need to share. And the only way to have a story is to write your own by joining a challenge group. So you start in the challenge group so that you can then learn how you feel. You'll get to start having more energy. You'll see the community. You're going to create your own story. Sure, initially you could use your coach's story, right? Because they're sharing with you. You can go ahead and pass that on until you have one. But you want to start with the challenge pack. Get in, don't overthink it, start the group, and then don't overthink it or overcomplicate it. Just see what happens from there and just let it evolve. And so I will tell you a little bit about me. How I came into this is my sister started as a coach, and I was already a personal trainer. And again, that's not necessary at all for any of this. That just happened to be my background. And I loved what I was doing. I loved making a difference for people. I loved how I felt, so I thought. And I loved how I looked, so I thought. And there was no issues. I liked my job, okay? And then my sister asked me to do this, and of course I was going to support her. So I did a 30-day group with her, and still did my training on the side, but just did this as my own exercise. And I have to say, 30 days in, I was like, wow, this is pretty impressive. Like, I haven't given my clients these results. But I kept my mouth shut. So I was like, okay, I have a really good gig over here, and I'm not going to mess that up. And so then I go in and I continue on. She's like, you know what? Eat the superfoods. They say that really makes a huge difference. I'm like, okay, again, supporting her. 60 days in, guys, I was blown away by the results, but not just the physical, the health transformation that happened from Shakeology blew me away. I almost felt like a fraud to my other clients because I was like, oh my gosh, I've been taking this good, hard-earned money from them and giving them like a quarter of what they truly deserved. I didn't know there was this total solution. So all the things that I attributed to being a mom over 40 with 3 kids, Shannon lived on, I think she said Advil. I was an Excedrin migraine girl every single day. Now, I didn't have classic migraines. I had headaches every single day. I woke up exhausted, so my feet would hit the ground, and I'd be like, oh my God, when is nighttime? I can't wait to get back to bed. I was in that slump, like 2, 3 o'clock, I'd get that low blood sugar. I would need like coffee, caffeine, or a nap. I was always sick, chronic illnesses such as, strep throat, pneumonia. I had 3 different times. I don't know, a couple different things that I had, but every single month I was at the doctor on antibiotic. Always felt like crap. Okay. And so I just thought that was the norm. And I thought, I'm over 40. You just sort of accept that, right? So once I saw all of this, long story short, I was like, okay, I have to give this to people. I can't, I'm not equipped to give them this any other way. And so this is why I became a coach, because I knew I had something else bigger and better to give to people for a total solution that was a lifestyle, sustainable, and not a quick fix. So, but I wouldn't have known that if I didn't do the group myself. And so what you do is you order a challenge pack. The coach that invites you to this, you talk to them. Right now, Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack, hands down, is like crazy good deal and gives you everything you possibly need for an entire year to crush those goals of yours, whatever they may be. You get the support of your coach, you join a challenge, you start and just see where it takes you. You're either going to get fired up by it and be like, this is incredible, and you're going to relate to all of our stories. You're going to have a story of your own, probably somewhat similar to some of ours, and then you're going to let it evolve from there. It's as easy as that. So you pay for your challenge pack. There is a business fee. So when you sign up for the challenge pack, you have the option right then and there to sign up as a coach. That's how we recommend you do it, because the coach fee is waived. So you're essentially, all you're spending money on is your health and wellness and getting a business opportunity for free, because that cost of the challenge pack is your fitness programs and your Shakeology. And that's it. That's you. That's my own investment on me for my health and wellness. The business is free. You're getting a whole business platform for free. You now need to make it what you want. You will be charged $15.95 a month. It sounds so funny even saying that small number, but that's your business fee. And that is because Beachbody ships the stuff for you. You don't have anything in your home. They manage your website. They go ahead and they have a whole back office of training, a plethora of stuff. We will get you all involved in that as you move forward based on your goals. And so that's it. A challenge pack. You join the group. You know you're going to pay $15.95 a month based on your business center, and then you continue on with Shakeology, and that would be your only other expense. But the expense of being proof the product works is for your health and wellness. So again, $15.95, you have a whole business. And here's like what I want to end with, because I heard this and I have to read it because I love how they wrote it here. And this really isn't just about Beachbody. This is with any opportunity that presents itself to you. I think Lindsay Kaufman mentioned earlier, she used to be very closed and like, no, I have what I need, I'm good. And this opportunity, and I guess personal development, has taught me to be so much more open-minded. And I see so many people out there who are so closed, not with me, just in general, and they're missing so many opportunities. And so think of this, how I want to say this to you, and it applies to everything. Most times when you are invited to something like this, the natural response is, oh, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, or I can't because of da-da-da. Most people jump to the why they can't versus why they can. I'm going to challenge you, and I want you to think about how this can give, and then I want you to determine the pros and cons. So Beachbody gives health and weight loss. It gives positivity. It gives personal growth. It gives accountability. It gives friendship, and I'm about to cry again. Gives a supportive environment. It gives happiness, and it gives freedom. So after you think about those things, and how we said to you guys before that you weave it into your life. So yes, it takes time, but when you love what you do, the time doesn't feel like work. It feels like a passion that you are fueled and you want to make a difference. And those are the people we're looking for on this team. We want more go-getters who have grit, who won't stop, who are passionate, who feel that this is their calling and they want to make a difference. And so if that is you, I want you to think of those things. And then the time piece, just know most of my job I do in my life. So when I'm at the grocery store, somebody's like, oh, you're the workout girl. How can I get into your group? Tell me more about it. Or when I'm at the football field and people are like, oh my God, I want to know more about what you do. I'm at the field anyway. I'm at the soccer field anyway. I'm at the school events anyway. I'm at the practices anyway. So you talk, and this is where you build your connections. And so it is time, but when you do it right and it's part of your life and you're open to just not putting your head in the phone the whole time at practice, but you're open to communicating and leveraging that opportunity and that time to work your business, build relationships, and change lives, it's a win-win. So think of those things. We hope that you will join us. And if this feels right, if any piece of this just feels good, you have nothing to lose. Your only way you lose is if you don't try. And like Shannon said, it's an investment you make at any time. You return, you cancel. You can sign up tonight and say, I had coach remorse. I don't want to do it. Cancel, get your money back, and there is nothing to lose. Okay? So we hope we see you again.
I have a question that I get often from people about how much time we spend on our business.
That's a great question because I'm going to tell you what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. But from the very beginning, I have to say, I have a full-time job. So, and a lot of times I'm traveling or I'm working. So thank goodness for this, right? But I would say a good solid hour at night in the evening when it quiets down is a great time to go ahead and connect with other people, whether it's via social media. But like also Gina said, she's out at her son's game and she's working, right? It doesn't always feel like work. There are some consistent behaviors you want to have. So I would say a good solid hour in the beginning to get started. But you also have to remember this. You have got to expect nothing. You have got to have complete joy in what you are doing every single day for yourself, because without that, It's just work. And if you have to realize the work that you are putting in now, if you have big goals, that's awesome. The sky is the limit. If you have huge goals and you're consistent every single day and you're inviting lots of people, there are tools, there are trainings that we have to offer you. There are webinars that you can attend. There are events that you can go to just to keep learning, to help your business grow and be connected with people who are doing what you are doing so you don't feel so alone. And it doesn't feel like work. It's surrounding yourself in a community. So if you look at all of those things as hours in your day, I love it. I do it. Then I guess I'm working all the time because I'm surrounding myself with all of it because I love it. But truly, honestly, in the very beginning, I say commit a good solid hour to learning in the beginning, how to get started. Your efforts that you have now are going to pay off in 6 months from today. Okay. And then 6 months from that day, as long as you're consistent and slowly increasing your efforts, are going to continue to pay off. So as long as you are consistent, you cannot go into this expecting that you're going to get rich quick. That's not what we are. And we won't even go there because we don't even like to talk about that because we are people who work. It's hard to inspire people, but it comes from joy within. All right, guys, anything else? All right, well, I say let's call this first webinar that we've had a complete success. Whoop, whoop. And next time we do this going live, I think we're going to start off with a dance party just to make it a lot of fun because I think it's going to be happy hour. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining and have a good day.